There are children outside my window screaming. I mean, I assume it's I assume it's good screaming. They're laughing. Anyways, hello. Guess who's back with an honest-to-God microphone now? In my last two videos, if it sounded like I was recording with no mic in my closet at 10 p.m. as to not pick up any dog or car noises, that's because I was. You are so smart for picking up on that. I find it really hard to record with this mic because, like, as I'm sitting here trying to have a conversation with you, I want to, like, move things. I want to swish my little desk chair, and that's going to make noise, and that's going to irritate people, so I'm going to do my very best to be nice and calm. I'm going to pretend, imagine with me, if you will, you're in my car and we're going on a long drive and I'm about to yap at you for like 10 minutes. That way I can pretend my hands are like on the steering wheel. Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Oedie, and if you're wondering who is this person I'm subscribed to, you might know me from the little animations / TikToks I post here of my OCs. I didn't intend to do YouTube, I just wanted a place to post my silly little animations. You know, other than TikTok, I guess it's getting banned. I think that's still happening. Anyways, I'm not complaining about blowing up on here. You guys have been so sweet. I love reading your comments, especially when you guys talk about your OCs in relation to like my own. Those are some of my favorites. And speaking of OCs, as a little celebration so at first it was going to be my 13k subscriber special. Now it's 15. By the time it comes out, it will probably be my 16k subscriber special, or at least close to it. You guys are amazing. I cannot keep up with you. I wanted to host a Draw Your OCs event as a way to give back a little bit of the love you've given me. The rules were as follows. From August 15th to the 30th, using the hashtag #EddieDrawMyOC, followers could submit an original character on either Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok for me to potentially draw in my style. Truth be told, YouTube is the only place where I have this many followers. 300 is the second highest count over on TikTok, so I genuinely wasn't expecting the amount of submissions I actually received. I'm really flattered. I know how much an original character can mean to someone. I mean, mine is literally the face of this channel, so I try treating your little guys with the utmost respect, but I will admit, I took a bit of a risk in the way I drew them, so here's hoping it paid off. First up is Leominade's character Cass. I really hope I'm saying all these names, by the way. I know I'm going to butcher a bit of it. I promise I'm trying. Something I was worried about during the whole drawing process of this challenge was actually making the characters look and feel like themselves. I just have to say, I love your style, Leo. When I began drawing Cass, I really had no idea what I wanted all of these character pages to look like, and as I stared at the reference photos you sent me, inspiration really hit. I've been watching a lot of videos of, like, you know those scrapbooking accounts? You give them a theme or aesthetic, and then they make a pretty scrapbook collage of said theme. I'll be honest, I didn't want to just leave the OC on a blank canvas and call it a day, so you'll see throughout the video I've taken these characters and tried making a collage, a sort of mini collection in a sketchbook. Reading the little notes that were left on the reference pics helped me pick out what to accessorize the page with. I found some little quotes on Pinterest to add, and I used brushes that simulated pencils and markers and things like that. But yeah, this was such a great start to the challenge. I really adore this piece. Thank you so much for submitting and honestly retroactively inspiring the rest of this challenge's aesthetic. I will admit the like sketches that you sent were, I was pretty much trying to copy that with every OC, so again, thank you. Next up is Mildly Confused Furry's OC, Saturn. Honestly, it's characters like this that made me want to draw all of your OCs in the first place. This design, well, at first glance may seem like a lot, doesn't feel out of balance in the slightest. Every added detail makes Saturn feel more charming and alive. I mean, who wouldn't want to draw a cute rainbow anthropomorphic cat? The only thing is, if you look back on all the art I've posted in the past, I'll never draw animals, let alone anthropomorphic characters. I worried in the beginning that Saturn wouldn't look good in my style, but the truth is, once I got in the right artistic mindset, everything came easy, and I had maybe the most fun drawing this piece out of all the others. Honestly, it kind of makes me want to learn how to draw more anthro characters. I don't know, maybe I could do a video where I turn my human OCs into furries or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that sounds fun. I'm having a hard time articulating it, but for Saturn specifically, I wanted to color the fur and everything as if it was watercolor. That way I could get like a wash of rainbow under like the blue-black fur. And for some reason, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm not very good at watercolor in the first place. I am a gouache stan at heart. But I was really having a hard time making it look both like intentionally sloppy and not just lazy, because I wasn't trying to do this to just like get it over with. I do a lot of like quick coloring and sketches in my actual sketchbooks, and so I wanted to simulate that here with all of your OCs, but for whatever reason it just really wasn't clicking that night, so I ended up having to like put it away for a few hours and then come back and repaint it. I think it looks better, especially once I've got all like the background and the stickers and the quote and everything. And I mean, I like it a lot. I think this was the piece that made me want to really commit to the whole collage idea. And I'm really glad I kept to it, because I honestly, throughout the video, it just keeps getting better and better. So thank you so much for trusting me with your little kitty guy. I honestly want to do more characters like this in the future. Okay, so this next user I know does come from a Spanish-speaking country, or at least they speak Spanish, so I hope I'm pronouncing these right. I am so sorry. Repenti Toby, I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry. Their character, Alankia, is next, and dude, I really popped off on this one. See, two of the references they sent me were in like, you know, like the 8-bit kind of video game style. One's even animated, and it looks so good. I rewatched this thing so many times since its submission. I'm really impressed. It was a bit of an impulse purchase, but I ended up buying my own pack of brushes to make my own 8-bit inspired version of their character. I thought it'd be a really cool like looking sticker on top of the actual drawing of her, since I wanted the sketch to look like it was drawn on multiple overlapping layers of paper, if that makes sense. I hope I translated Alankia's 8-bit design well into my own style. When I first drew her, the hat looked like it had this gnarly face, and if that was correct, this is hands down my favorite feature on any OC today. It's so whimsical and badass at the same time. I'm like mad I didn't come up with that myself, so thank you so much for allowing me to draw that today. But yeah, this is maybe at the point of the project where I like the quotes. I hope they're not, like, I know they're cringy. I hope they're not too cringy. I really want it to be very genuine. Like, genuine OC cringe is the mood I wanted to be in when drawing these OCs. And so I know I was taking a bit of a risk in including quotes about a character that at the end of the day, I don't really know anything about. But yeah, I hope you like it. This is one of my favorites to do. I love the design. I love the snake elements. I honestly, I haven't played D&D, but this is probably a character that I would design to play D&D. Little baby Esther's character Jupiter DeRoss is next, and oh my god, this is one of my, like, favorite like art styles, like the rubber hose old cartoons, and I just think this design is so charming. I was really happy to receive something like this. The only thing I was kind of worried about when starting this character is, do I draw Jupiter de Ross like completely outside of the rubber hose style and just completely like make her my own, or do I try doing my own version? And I kind of came to a yes and decision. See, and I hope this is a good example, but in middle school, when I used to draw Steven Universe fan art, I wasn't necessarily trying to copy their style, but it still kind of came through, right? Like, you try to draw it like how you draw everything else, but then like the shapes and the silhouettes still kind of come through, and it feels at its core a Steven Universe piece of art. And that's kind of what happened here. Is I still made her very cartoony, but I wasn't sticking entirely to their style. After all, if I was trying to, you know, completely copy the user's art style, I don't think there'd be a point to this video. Like, I'm supposed to draw them in my style. So, but it was a bit of a challenge, but it was a challenge that I was willing to participate in. Oh my god, she is so cute. My idea for this was, you hear those like stereotypical stories of a writer or an artist, like they're sitting in a cafe and they're listening to people talk, and suddenly an idea hits them and they just have this sudden urge to jot something down on their like used napkin, and oh my god, that's how Mickey Mouse, that's how Kirby was born, you know, like stereotypical things like that. You know, I wanted her to feel like a real cartoon character, which is why it looked like I'm sketching her out on pencil and then I'm inking her. I'm giving myself like fake little notes to be like, this is how you should draw the character and this is what I should work on, and potential like color palettes and things like that. And so yeah, I personally had a lot of fun with this. I really hope that you like it. I hope you don't mind the napkin motif. I promise I was like trying to do something cool, but anyways, yeah, she's fantastic. She's adorable. I love her. Thank you so much. This is a bit of a tangent, but like when I was trying to design this challenge, like when I was trying to come up with like the rules and regulations and stuff like that, I saw a lot of other people do their own draw your OC challenge, and a lot of it was just like, I'll draw humans and demi-humans, but I won't draw excessive detail, and furries are a no-go, and da-da-da-da-da, and like, I get it. If you're not comfortable drawing that stuff, you're not going to enjoy the process, or the vision isn't going to come out the way that you want it to. So no disrespect to those creators, I get it, but I didn't want that to stop me, considering I know a couple of my followers, or my moots, if you will, they have furry OCs, and I didn't want to exclude them just on the grounds that, oh, their character has fur. So I was excited at the prospect that I get to draw not one, but 2 anthropomorphic cats, and I love this one so much. I'm so excited. Inkit has handed me their wonderful, pun intended, OC Wonder, and this is just the whole package for me. The shape, silhouette of both unclothed and clothed are just really aesthetically pleasing to look at. I love how clean everything is. I love the hair. I don't know. I was a little intimidated actually to draw this character. I ended up like setting my program down for like 3 days without touching it, because I was like, the time's not right. I have to wait. I have to be in the right mindset to draw this character, which I hope I'm not the only person that feels that way, that like, even though you want to draw or just do something in general, that you wait forever and forever and forever just because you just want it. You want to savor the moment. So you hand me this little clown cat character, and I kind of have to choose the aesthetic I'm going for, right? Because you see circus, and what I immediately get when I look up on Pinterest for like boards of inspiration and things like that is very vintage, very faded, kind of horror, and like he's given me that evil grin, which makes me think that there's more to him than just tomfoolery. But I didn't want to go totally horror, you know? I wanted it to still be light and fresh and fun. So I ended up finding like these like 80 vintage like stickers that I ended up copying, and I put the polka dots from his little jumper, put it all over the page, and different stars and hearts, and admittedly might be too much. I was kind of going for a maximalist sort of sketch. I don't think it looks bad. In fact, I think it matches the character. I hope. I hope it's not an eyesore, right? I hope it's tasteful maximalism. But yeah, I got nothing else creative left to say. I just really love this character. I would do more fan art for him in the future. So thank you. Craft of Freaks character Belphegor is next, and I just have to say, why have you done this to me? I'm genuinely like, this is the second piece where I had to put my tablet down for a few days because I had actually tried drawing Belphegor previously, like before all of the other pieces, and I kind of got intimidated. Like, I love this art style, especially that face, the render, like it's so gorgeous. If you haven't posted the speed draw like of this art yet, maybe I just missed something going through your social media. By God, please release it. I need to know your secrets. Like, I have such a hard time rendering. Admittedly not very good at it when it comes to like faces specifically. I want to absorb you. But yeah, the face mask, the scythe, all the roses, the bird cage heels. Oh my God, I need to steal his look. I am going to make a cosplay of him. That's a lie, I've never cosplayed in my life. I don't know how to do any of that, but I'm very intimidated. I really hope you like what I ended up doing with your character. So for this piece, instead of like trying to simulate watercolor or markers or pencils, I wanted to go back to my roots and make it look like I was doing gouache. So I did like a quick sketch and then just quickly overlapped. I blocked out all of the color on one layer, which I don't normally do. I don't know why this time I chose to do that, but I wanted to get into like I wanted this to be authentic. So yeah, I sketch him up, I paint him, I take some of my gouache, like my fake Procreate gouache brushes, and I start doing fake background work and things like that. I will say, I know that in the reference you sent me, the scythe is not as long or curvy as I am drawing it. I have to be so real with you. This piece of art is not for you. It's for me. I'm drawing fan art of your character just for fun. It's for me. And I just really wanted to do like a really cool pose that showed off the boots, the legs, the weapon, everything. Like, he's so slay. I wanted to make him look slay. But yeah, this is when I kind of have to come to terms with the fact that I don't know how to paint roses, so I looked up a couple of tutorials to paint them instead of just like quickly sketch, and that was fun. That was really fun. I need to do more background work. I need to learn how to draw objects. And I read your little ditty about how he's kind of an edgy boy. Sorrowful, if I'm understanding correctly. I tried to get something like properly edgy, right? Like not cringe to the point that you can't take it seriously, because I think this character gives me the idea that I could relate to him. I love him. I want to take him seriously. I love this piece. I am happy I saved it for last. I feel like I ended with a banger. Thank you so much for letting me steal your character. I'm gonna hold him in my palm safely. I promise. So yeah, those are the submissions that I chose for the Oedie Draw My OC challenge. I, once more, didn't think I would get as many submissions as I did. I really genuinely appreciate all of the likes and the comments and the sharing and the follows on every social media, whether you actually are on my YouTube or my TikTok or my 46 Twitter followers. Genuinely, interacting with you all has been a highlight these past 2 years that I've been trying to get online. I feel kind of lame. I've been trying to write this down for the past week. Every time I'm on my lunch break at work, I try writing down what it means to me to have the support that I do, because I get it, right? Like, I'm just the silly like animation TikTok person, right? You just look at my videos for 3 seconds and then you keep scrolling. Just the fact that you took the time to look at everything genuinely means a lot, and I really hope that going forward I can actually produce some really good content, especially now that I have a microphone. You can actually reliably watch my videos and not hate the way my voice sounds. But yeah. Next video might be the part 2 to redesigning Monster High characters. I don't know. I am currently on my 2-week Animal Crossing phase, and I gave all my Animal Crossing villagers like backstories. So I think it'd be cool to like design human versions of what I think they look like in my head. I don't know. Down in the comments, let me know. Monster High or Animal Crossing. I'll probably do the one that gets the most like traction. And yeah, something fun I thought that we could do is an end of video question, a follow along, if you will. That way I get to hear about your Cs. It's an excuse to hear more about your OCs. Yeah, I would like to know, pick an OC, their favorite color, season, and drink. Max, the face of this channel, their favorite color is yellow, their favorite season is fall, and they love themselves a good strawberry lemonade. So yeah, with that being said, feel free to follow me on any of the social medias I'm on. I'm recently on Blue Sky because Twitter is a nightmare. Links in the description. And hey, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Oedie. Thank you so much for the almost 16,000 subscribers. Signing out.